Hello all my YouTubers. I'm working on my boat as I brought it up to Melbourne for the first time this year, and I noticed when I came down to idle it felt like it wanted to stall. So normally when it does that, it's a coil on this. I replaced the coil and the distributor decided it had better days than the module went. So what I've done is, it was very hard to get parts for these old, I think they're called Petronas, Petrolite distributors. So I got one of these HEI distributors, and what we'll be doing is we'll be wiring it up and fitting it in. So I'll lead you along the journey. Okay, so we're going to drop the new distributor in. This is the first time I've ever done one of these. As you can see, I've still got the original old cap, so I know that I don't lose the firing order. We don't want to make this harder than what it actually is. I've put a blue mark where I would like number 1 lead. Seems like it's... No, it's not locked in. Like that. There we go. It's almost there. There's number 1. I wonder if I can go one more. But that see, I've got the blue mark here, and I'll line it up with the center of that, and I've set it up so that it's on 6 degrees top dead center, so it should start first go. Now I'm going to put the lockdown bolt in. There we go, that's sitting in there now. Just want to get the bolt on firm, just so the distributor doesn't flop around too much, too easily. Now, that is not too bad. Alright, I'm happy with that. Now my original one didn't have a vacuum advance, which the cap is in the road of there, so I won't be hooking it up at the moment. I just want to get this thing running, and then I'll hook up the vacuum advance. So there's a notch in the distributor cap that locks it into its spot, and then it's got these spring-loaded clamps that hold it down, the cap down. And then we start the fun of putting the new leads on, because I've got to change the leads, because I'll show you on the coil one, my cap is female ends, if you can see that, see how it's female, and these are male, so these don't go on. Well, you could squash them on just to try it, but anyway, the coil one we don't need anymore. So now I've got to make up the leads, open the box up and see what's involved with that. Alright, I'm just going to show you on one lead how to put a cap on. No, I don't have the proper tool to do it. They didn't have it in the shop, so we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. So with the Stanley knife, we're just going to cut down through, see the red and the white, and not cut the black center. That's the electrode. So just as you cut, just turn the lead. And then there you go. So that's how it'll end up. Now we're using these ones for the HEI distributor. So what I'm going to do is just bend that electrode over, put it in there like that, and then with your electrical crimpers, I'm just going to start to bend these tabs over. It's not easy. See how it's already started to squash it? See, now see that circle, we're gonna right there. My good ones are at home and they have the proper, it's like a heart shape, and that'll actually squeeze that center in tight, but I don't have it on me, so we've just got to deal with what we've got. Just want a nice tight fitting. That's it. Just give it a pull. Now they give us some lube, so just tear off the top like I have. Just gives you a small hole. Put a bit on your finger, and that will help the plug cap. It is there. And that is all the way in. Now, you can't see it, I might be able to shine. Where's my torch? See it in there? That's it, so that's ready to go on the distributor now. So I've cut this to the length I need, and I'll just go from the distributor to the spark plug. I'll do the rest off camera and I'll show you when I do the wiring up. Alright, so I've wired up all the distributor, all the leads are on the plugs. Now we've got the two original wires. Purple is power, grey is taco. Now of course they're not long enough for this distributor, so I'm going to have to extend them. So the grey, I don't have a grey wire to extend, so that'll become black. and the purple will become red. Just added the red wire, trim it up, put a spade connection on it. This other wire I'm joining on is just an ignition single for my electric water pump on the engine. It's just a backup. They are not easy to plug onto. I might actually pull the cap off to do that. I'll just join this other wire while I've got things going. Sorry if I'm blocking your view. All right, just grab some tape. That's that one done nicely. I'll do this one. There we go, got it. Get it as tight as you can, especially when you've put two wires in the one plug. It just helps to keep it firm. Alright, so black is distributor and red is power. So now let's pop off the cap. Wow, that's not a good start, is it? bent over. And pulled out. I don't have anything pointy. I might be able to get it with the long nose pliers if I can straighten it out. There's always something. There we go. It's better than what it was. That's it. So that's in there nicely. Now, that's one. Now, taco. Okay, that's on. Let's pop this back on. There we go, now it's on. Now, got very high hopes of this starting first shot. Let's see. We may be lucky. I just don't like how I didn't line up that rotor button with that existing mark I made. It's off that, so I've never been able to, I've never changed the distributor and had that problem. So let's see what happens. I'm going to leave the camera there. Just want to see if it starts. It's not too bad. I think it sounds like though it's got a leader on it. Ooh, okay, let's try that. Sounds like it's out. I won't be surprised. No, she's out of timing. We'll get back to this tomorrow. It's alive, Theo. I just had to advance a little bit too much. Okay, just to follow up on late last night's video. I pulled the pin last night because it was about 8:30 and I didn't want to make too much noise in the marina. But as we seen in the video, it was seemed like the timing was out. I thought maybe it was out a whole revolution. But all it was the advance was a bit too much, so I relined up compression on number 1, top dead center, set up my timing marks, which it's wrong now because I just started it up. I'll restart it in the video, and set up my distributor firing on that particular number one lead. Make sure my leads were in the right order because I wasn't sure. I will neaten up all these leads, and I'll start it up for you and show you. All I've got to do is get my timing light now and set up the timing. That's what we want. Boy, am I happy. Okay, so what we're doing now, we're going to set the timing. I've got a timing light. This timing light has batteries in it, and you don't need to hook it up to your battery terminal. So you just put it on number one lead, which it's on over here. Now, the first green mark is 0. The second green mark is where I want it at about 8 degrees. So, as you can see, just trying to get that lead out. See where the green mark is? It's retarded. So we've got to bring that up a little bit. Straight away you hear that the RPM revs come better, come up. See how it's moved up? Sounding smoother. See, now we're at top dead centre, so it's firing when the piston is at the top. We want it to fire just a little bit before. See how we're advancing now? We're about 4 degrees now. I don't know if it shows up on the video, but so I'm just going to put the RPM down a little bit now. The RPM at about 750. So we're just in front of that green mark. Now let's just give it a rev and see what it's like. Very, very good. What I'll do is I'll bring it down to that green mark because I know that's where it was happy before, and it didn't ping. Problem, if you fill up at the marinas, a lot of the time the fuel's junk, and if you advance them as much as you would like, they may ping. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I can always tweak it, you know. That's good. I'm going to lock that off. light doesn't show up properly on the phone, but it looks like it's not even flashing properly, but it is. So the second green mark, that's where I've got my harmonic balancer mark lining up with. And that's it. I'm very happy. So now he's running beautifully. So I hope this helps everyone out. I'm sorry I didn't get it all on video. Sometimes you just get a bit anxious and you start doing things and you forget to record. But if you need to know anything, just let me know and I'll be happy to answer questions as best I can, even if I have to make a video. Bye for now.